This self-building AI just changed everything. Experts are stunned. Intro. What if you could build an entire team of expert AIs without a single line of code? No developers, no pipelines, no scripting, just a sentence, and the system does the rest. This is not a future concept. It's already happening, thanks to a new platform built by former IBM researchers called the Emergence AI. In this video, we'll break down how it works, what recursive intelligence really means, and why this new approach could change automation forever. Let's explore the AI that builds AIs. Chapter 1. What Emergence AI just unlocked. At the heart of Emergence AI is something called an orchestrator, but it's far more than a manager. This is a real-time decision-making engine designed to not only assign tasks to software agents, but to build those agents from scratch when needed. Imagine telling your system, I need a tool that summarizes legal contracts, and instead of searching a library of tools, Emergence builds a custom AI agent to do exactly that, instantly. This system supports top-tier AI models, including GPT-4o, Claude 3.7, and Meta's Llama 3.3. These aren't just used to generate text, they're used to create intelligent agents. Each agent is like a mini software program. It has memory, a specific role, defined behavior, and can evolve based on performance. Here's the breakthrough. If the system doesn't have an agent to solve the task, it will dynamically create one on the fly. It doesn't stop there. Once the agent is active, it performs the job, evaluates its own output, and engages in a process called self-play, where it tests, retries, and learns from its actions to get better. This is a new class of automation, not static scripts, but living, evolving solutions. Human engineers no longer need to write every tool. They simply describe the outcome, and Emergence handles the build, test, execution, and learning. Chapter 2. Recursive Intelligence. Explained what makes Emergence revolutionary isn't just what it can build, but how it reasons. Traditional automation runs in straight lines. Do task A, then B, then C. But Emergence's orchestrator uses something called recursive intelligence, which means it thinks in loops. When given a task, the system evaluates. Do I already have an agent to solve this? If not, can I build one? If I build one now, can I reuse it later? This loop doesn't stop after one cycle. It continues throughout the workflow, adapting, refining, and improving as new information or outcomes appear. In real-time demos, Emergence began by generating dozens of agents, each color-coded by function, one for categorization, one for data extraction, another for reporting. But as it kept processing tasks, it learned which agents worked well and reduced the number of new agents being built. The platform got leaner, faster, and more efficient, not because a developer optimized it, but because the system optimized itself. Think of it like a self-improving digital workforce. Agents that don't just work, they evolve. The longer it runs, the more intelligent and reusable its internal registry becomes. Chapter 3. Where this actually matters. Enterprise use. Most people think of AI agents as chatbots or personal assistants, but Emergence is targeting something far more complex. Enterprise backend operations. These are the systems that run behind the scenes in every major company. Things like data handling, cloud infrastructure, or regulatory compliance. They aren't flashy, but they're vital, and they eat up developer hours fast. Emergence AI is already being tested on enterprise tasks like creating ETL pipelines, extract, transform, load, migrating cloud-based datasets, cleaning and structuring messy spreadsheets, and generating dynamic dashboards from unstructured data. Normally, these processes require manual scripts, frequent updates, and tons of error handling. But with Emergence, the workflow changes entirely. A user simply writes a natural language prompt describing what needs to happen, like summarize Q1 revenue from this raw sales sheet and turn it into a graph. The orchestrator then activates the right agents, builds missing ones, manages the task end-to-end, and verifies results. No pipelines to configure, no coding, no trial and error setups. It's plug-and-prompt automation for processes that used to take weeks. For large-scale operations, think finance, logistics, or healthcare, this is a game changer. It removes the bottleneck of back-end logic, allowing engineers to focus on strategy while the AI handles the technical execution. Chapter 4. Why this beats traditional agent platforms. Yes, agent platforms already exist, Langchain, CrewAI, AutoGen, but they rely heavily on predefined architectures. You're expected to manually configure agents, define workflows, and orchestrate sequences using conventional scripting or GUI pipelines. These platforms work, but they require time, expertise, and often don't scale well. Emergence AI breaks that model entirely. Its orchestrator doesn't use pre-built components, it generates everything dynamically. Agents are created from scratch and come equipped with built-in memory, behavior models, life cycles, and even expiry conditions for task relevance. There's no drag-and-drop interface, no logic blocks, and no code scaffolding to manage. You describe the desired outcome in plain language, and the orchestrator handles all the architecture design, agent generation, execution, and feedback processing behind the scenes. That's the difference. You're not stitching together tools anymore. You're giving goals, and the system designs its own tools to get there. It doesn't just scale to new tasks, it adapts in real time, modifying its logic with each challenge. It's not workflow automation, it's autonomous, creative system building, where the AI becomes the architect, not just the assistant. Chapter 5. Is it safe to let AI build AI? Autonomous AI sounds dangerous. A system that creates other systems? That's where ethical design matters. Emergence AI isn't unchecked. It's embedded with multi-layered guardrails that ensure safety and accountability. Role-based access controls govern who can initiate builds. Verification rubrics evaluate accuracy, task alignment, and intent. And crucially, human-in-the-loop checkpoints pause the process at mission-critical stages for approval. If an agent underperforms or deviates, it gets flagged before entering production. CEO Satya Nadella puts it clearly, you can automate execution, but you must never automate responsibility. That philosophy keeps the system powerful, but contained, amplifying human capabilities without erasing human oversight. Chapter 6. Compatibility and what's coming next. Emergence AI doesn't ask you to rebuild everything. It plugs into what you already use. It works with major language models like GPT-4.5, Claude 3.7, and LLaMA 3.3. It's compatible with external agent frameworks like Langchain and AutoGen. This means teams can gradually adopt autonomy without rewriting pipelines or replacing trusted systems. The orchestrator can be embedded into existing architecture, giving you the flexibility to test, scale, and deploy at your own pace. And what's coming next is even more powerful. In May 2025, Emergence will support containerized deployment, letting enterprises run their orchestrator in any cloud platform. It will also boost self-play, allowing agents to simulate different task paths independently. The result? Faster iteration, better learning, and smarter agents, even without direct prompts. Chapter 7. Why this changes everything. Most large language models still need you to do the thinking. Define tasks, manage tools, write code. Emergence AI changes that equation entirely. Now one prompt can translate to full execution, idea to output, with no human stitching in between. You no longer need to imagine workflows or script agents. You describe the destination, and Emergence builds the journey. This reduces the need for constant developer support, removes bottlenecks, and frees up teams to work on higher-level strategy. And as recursive systems improve, AI won't just complete work, it will design work, choosing the best tools, structure, and path forward. The future isn't about replacing jobs, it's about replacing inefficiency. Because the real question is no longer, what can AI do? It's, what are you ready to trust it with? Plus, call to action. We're no longer just using AI, we're watching it build itself. Emergence AI didn't just streamline automation, it redefined it. With agents that plan, act, and evolve in real time, the gap between idea and execution is disappearing fast. This shift isn't years away, it's happening now. Would you trust a system like this to run your workflows? Tell us in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into where AI is heading, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Because the age of self-building AI has only just begun.